Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Chem Insider. In the previous videos of class 11, we discussed about the molecular orbital theory, that is the linear combination of atomic orbitals, and later we discussed about conditions required and different types of molecular orbitals. Now, in this particular video, we will be completely discussing about how to draw energy level diagram of a given molecule. So, energy level diagram of a given molecule according to the molecular orbital theory completely depends upon the molecular orbitals formed by the atomic orbitals which have at least one electrons present in them. Like if we consider for the electronic configuration of simple atom, that is like for example if we consider for lithium, it has 3 electrons with the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s1. So whenever you consider the atomic orbitals, we can consider the electronic configuration of that particular atom, and those atomic orbitals get combined to form equal number of molecular orbitals. So in this particular topic of energy level diagram, we will be drawing energy level diagram for those molecules, especially which have two atoms in them. So that is diatomic molecules energy level diagram. So the heading energy level diagram. Energy level diagram. Okay. So first what we have to know is, whenever you consider according to the molecular orbital theory concepts postulates, if two atomic orbitals are being combined, they lead to the formation of two molecular orbitals. That is, if you are considering 1s orbitals, of two atoms, they 1s orbital of one with 1s orbital of the other, they give two molecular orbitals, right? They give two molecular orbital. If you consider n is equal to 2, that is 2s and 2p. 2s and 2p, what happens here is, here 2s and 2p in combined have 4 atomic orbital, okay, 1 of 2s and 3 of 2p. So therefore they both give us 8 molecular orbitals. If you consider for 3s, 3p and 3d, they give us 18 molecular orbitals. Okay, so the number of molecular orbitals completely depends upon the number of atomic orbitals which are being combining. So now let us discuss the formation of this particular molecular orbital and their energy, how to draw their energy level diagram. For that, let us start with the first one of 1s molecular orbitals. Let us consider certain basic one, that is first one, 1s orbitals. So if we consider 1s orbital of one atom and 1s orbital of the other atom, let us say atom A and atom B. 1s orbital of atom A and 1s orbital of atom B. So what we know is, s orbital will always be spherical in nature, right? S orbitals will always be spherical, so they have positive in them. Okay, so this is psi A and this is psi B. One is psi A and psi B. Now clearly we know that there is two types of molecular orbital bond formation, one which involves psi A plus psi B and the other one which involves psi A minus psi B. So now let us discuss for the first one. For psi A plus psi B, we can say that psi A plus of psi B. So both these two get combined, okay, psi A and psi B are both get combined to form a bigger molecular orbital of this type, okay. Psi A plus psi B gives the molecular orbital, that is psi BO, which is also called sigma 1s. So this is the molecular orbital of 1s overlapping. Now for second one, that is psi A minus psi B. Similarly, we'll have positive charges of psi A, positive of psi B. But the problem is we have a negative sign between these two. So what happens is, plus of minus will be minus. Therefore, this particular atomic orbital combination will yield us this particular geometry, plus and a minus. Okay, both these two will be refracted from one another, so which gives us, or which 1s star, which is psi of ABMO. Okay, so if you observe carefully, there is no overlapping possible at all. So overlapping is only possible when two of the same charges are combining. In case of this, both are positive charges, therefore they get combined to form combined constructively to form psi BO, which is of the bigger molecular orbital. If you consider for psi A minus psi B, one of the positive get combined form negative because of the simple multiplication, so it forms a psi BMO, ABMO. Okay, so these two molecules will have a node. This antibonding molecular orbital will have a nodal center where there is zero probability of finding an electron. If you consider for the antibonding molecular orbital of 1s orbital, so it has a node present at the center. This node is nothing but the point at which there is zero probability of finding the electron. Okay, so this is how the molecular orbitals of 1s and sigma 1s appears to be formed. So just write down in this right hand side, because we need to write more about the 2s and 2p also. So I'll be writing the sigma 1s orbital molecular diagram and sigma star 1s molecular orbital diagram on the right hand side, so that we can keep revision those two. So this is the sigma 1s and this is the sigma 1s star. Okay, so now we'll observe for the combination of sigma 2s. Sigma 1s and sigma 2s combination is almost quite similar. So therefore what you can directly write this as, instead of sigma 1s you can write directly here 2s, 2s, 2s and 2s. Okay, so they again give the same type of a combination. So 1s orbital or 2s orbital, it may be 3s orbital. All those s orbitals will have only one atomic orbital present in them, and they undergo similar kind of combination to form sigma 1s and sigma star 1s respectively. Okay, if you consider for the atomic orbitals formed by 2p, 2p sigma, so if you consider z-axis as the molecular axis, so remember, whenever you explain the sigma combination of p orbital, we need to write down which axis are you considering for the molecular axis. So now in this particular example, I am considering z-axis as our molecular axis. Therefore, in the third example, we are combining 2pz and 2pz. Okay, 2pz and 2pz. We know 2pz is of this type, positive on one, negative on the other. So in this particular concept, what you have to remember all the time is, if one 2pz is in this direction, the other 2pz orbital will be in the opposite direction, which is because if you consider the p orbitals being formed, what happens is, if one of the orbital is combining, if you write the diagram, you'll write one orbital on the left hand side, one orbital on the right hand side. Okay, even though they have same energies, we have write one on the left and one on the right, and we have the molecular orbital in the center. So what we have to do is, it's like a folded sheet. Okay, if you consider this as the folded sheet, both these atomic orbitals are on the same side, but when you split them open in this particular direction, one of the orbital will be in the mirrored position, right? Therefore, one lobe will be, if you consider these as 2pz orbital, both of the 2pz orbital will be placed one above the other. So now I am taking this and keeping like this, just like the hands I am keeping over. If this is the hand, if this is the p orbital I am keeping, so if you open this like this, the orbital positive will be towards the positive of the p orbital of other 2pz. So this will be the plus and this will be the minus. Let us take it as psi A, this is psi B, psi A and psi B. Now for the combination, for the first one, psi A plus psi B, what we observe is, these two get attached with one another, plus minus, plus, minus. Since all these three are same signs, therefore they get combined and form geometry like this, okay, where we have minus in this position, minus over here, and a plus over here. So this is sigma 2pz orbital, that is the bonding molecular orbital of 2pz, okay, sigma 2pz, that is the bonding molecular orbital of 2pz. And now for the anti-bonding, psi A minus psi B plus minus, minus of plus minus. Minus of plus will be minus, minus of minus will be plus. So they form like this. Okay, so this will be plus as we have considered here, this will be minus, this will be plus, and this will be minus. If you observe carefully, there is a node present at this particular center. Okay, so there is a node which indicates there is no overlapping and there is a possibility of zero electron density. So this is of the sigma star, so this is sigma 2pz, this is sigma star 2pz anti-bonding molecular orbital. Okay, so this is how sigma bonds are formed of 1s, 2s and pz orbitals. Now for the pi orbitals being formed. For the pi orbitals, what we observe is, as I said, we are considering z-axis as the molecular axis. So we clearly have asymmetry in case of x and y orbital. We clearly have asymmetry in case of x and y orbital. Therefore, when you combine px and py, what we observe is one of them will be having a different geometry. That is the fourth one, pi orbital. That is, we can consider an example of 2px, 2px. 2py, 2py will be almost same. So now, I'm taking this as the x-axis. So therefore, orbital of x-axis of one molecule will be in this direction. Orbital of one more molecule will be in the same direction. This is the x-axis. This is the x-axis. Okay. So this is the molecular axis. If you compare over here, the upper part is positive, the lower part is negative. Similarly over here, the upper part is positive and the lower part is negative. Okay. So this is psi A, this is psi B. If you consider for psi A plus psi B, all these three are same, therefore they get combined to form molecular orbital of this type, okay, with the sideways overlapping. Molecular orbital of this type with pi 2px, okay, pi 2px. If you consider for psi A minus psi B, if you consider for psi A minus psi B, the positive of minus is negative, negative of plus is minus into positive, minus into plus is minus, minus into minus is plus. Therefore, it undergoes overlapping in such a way that we clearly will have a node present in it, and further we will be having one more node between the orbitals also. So there is one more node at this particular position. So we will observe two nodes, one in the horizontal position, one in the vertical position. If this is positive, this will be negative. If this is negative, this will be positive. If this is positive, this will be negative. So this is pi star 2px orbital. So this is pi star 2px orbital. Pi star 2px orbital. Now, in order to draw the exact molecular configuration, molecular orbital diagram with an increasing order of the energy. So what we observe is, we observe two particular situations. If you are writing the molecular orbital diagram for the elements which have for a molecule which have more than 14 electrons present in the particular molecule, they leads to the formation of different type of molecular orbital diagram. And if you are considering for a molecule with less than 14 electrons, they will be having a different molecular orbital increasing energy. Okay, so now let us write down the molecular orbital diagram of diatomic molecules, homonuclear diatomic molecules. So if you consider this as the energy in the increasing order, if this is the energy in the increasing order, this is the 1s orbital of other atom. Okay, each of them will be having certain electrons, so they will be forming two molecular orbital. One is sigma 1s and the other one is sigma star 1s. One is sigma 1s and the other one is sigma star 1s. Okay, this is the atomic orbital psi A, this is the atomic orbital psi B. So this is sigma 1s formed by the bonding molecular orbital, this is anti-bonding molecular orbital of 1s. Now if you consider for 2s orbital, they will also have two molecular orbital. One is sigma 2s and the other one is sigma star 2s. Okay, so this will again have a two molecular orbital, sigma 1 2s, sigma star 2s. Okay, now when you come for the p orbital, we observe the variation 2px, 2py, 2pz. Similarly on this side 2pz, 2px, 2py. So first let us consider for the molecular orbital diagram for the molecules which have less than 14 electrons. If a molecule has less than 14 electrons, the orbitals will be of this type. So these two are the pi orbitals of px and py. This is pi 2px and pi 2py. These are pi 2px and pi 2py. Will be having sigma 2pz above this. Okay, sigma 2pz above the pi 2px and pi 2py, and the sigma star 2pz will be present next. Sigma star 2pz and pi star 2py and pi star 2pz, pi star 2px, pi star 2py. Okay, so this will be the increasing order of the molecular orbital energy diagram for molecules which have less than 14 electrons. Less than 14 electrons present in the molecule, like for example lithium diatomic molecules of lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen. Okay, so this is the electronic conflict. If you write down the increasing order of the molecular orbital energy level, so this will be sigma 1s less than sigma star 1s less than sigma 2s, which is less than sigma star 2s, which will be less than pi 2px, pi 2py. Pi 2px and pi 2py are same, therefore will be given as 2px, 2py, which will be less than sigma 2pz. Okay, which will be less than sigma 2pz. So we have a variation. So the sigma star will be present above the molecule, sigma star 2pz. Okay, pi 2px equal to pi 2py, which will be less than pi to sigma 2pz, which is less than pi star 2px which is equals to pi star 2py, which is less than sigma star 2pz. So this is the order of increased energy level for molecular orbitals of a molecule, diatomic molecule with less than 14 electrons. If you come across molecules which have more than 14 electrons, if you observe diatomic molecules with more than 14 electrons, we observe a slight small change. The change is because the sigma 2pz orbital of that molecule will be having lesser energy when compared to the pi 2px and pi 2py orbital. So if you come across a molecule which has more than 14 electrons in it, so what we observe is sigma 2pz orbital's energy level will be less than that of the sigma pi 2px and pi 2py orbital. So the energy level diagram for the molecular orbitals of a molecule which has more than 14 electrons, what we observe is there is just one difference, that is the sigma 2pz orbital will be having less energy when compared to pi 2px and pi 2py orbitals. Pi 2px, pi 2py orbitals. Okay, so therefore for the molecules with more than 14 electrons, sigma 2pz will be having less energy. Sigma 2pz will be having less energy when compared to pi 2px and pi 2py orbitals. So this is about the energy level diagrams of molecules which have a diatomic homonuclear molecules. Okay. In the next video, we'll be discussing about electronic configuration of the molecules, bond order, nature of the bonds formed, and also about the length and electronic configuration of molecular orbitals depending upon their energy level diagram. Okay. So this is all about for today. If you have any doubt regarding the concepts which I explained or the energy level diagram which we have drawn over here, please do comment down below, or you can mail those doubts to me at my mail address which I have provided in the description box. Thank you for watching.